Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Elevate with Scott. This morning, I am coming at you from my hotel in Montreal. It's the morning after the Big Papa Roach concert, and I am still vibrating. My ears are ringing, my voice is crackling, and my calves are sore. I cannot believe that last one. I can go to the gym and do the stair climber for 30 minutes, no problem. But one wall of death at a Papa Roach concert, and I am feeling it. But that's okay. I'll go walk it off in beautiful old Montreal after this and do some shopping or something. Anyhow, what I do want to talk to you about today is something that is essential if you want to live this 1% lifestyle too, and that is a good credit score. When I left my wife 8 years ago, my credit score was barely over 500. That's basically the equivalent of a credit card company saying, good luck, buddy. We're not interested. But what I did discover is through Capital One, you can get a $300 limit credit card. They might ask you for a $100 security deposit, they might not. Either way, this is your only way back into the game, so this is what you got to do. Once you get that credit card, the rest is easy. You just have to use it, but you have to use it carefully. There are some rules to follow. First of all, as soon as you get it, go to your bank and get it hooked up to your online banking so you can pay it online. Then, go use it, but only use it for stuff you would need to buy anyhow. Go out, fill your tank up with gas, pay your phone bill, buy some groceries, just essentials that you're going to spend money on anyhow. Then go home and pay it immediately. Do it. It'll take 3 or 4 days till that payment clears, and then you do it again. And you continuously do this over and over and over. Slowly you will start to see your credit score rise. At first, then after a while, it'll start to raise quicker. And that's when it gets fun. We all like watching numbers grow. It's like the stock market, except it's your credit score, which is much more important as far as I'm concerned. So yes, after 2.5 years, your credit score, if you do this properly, will be up around 800 as well. And then you start getting the premium credit cards. That's when it gets fun. That's how I travel. I have an Aeroplan credit card. I buy everything with that credit card. Everything. It doesn't matter. And I collect Aeroplan points. And that is how I fly as often as I do. When I went to Budapest last November, it cost me $260 for a return ticket because I flew on Aeroplan points. I go to Los Angeles multiple times a year because I fly on Aeroplan points. You don't need to be rich to live a rich lifestyle. You just have to follow certain rules. And this one is important. Get your credit score in order. Another important factor to look at when you're applying for credit cards, once you start getting the applications for premium credit cards, is annual fees. You don't need to pay annual fees. There's no need. Some of these cards offer better rewards, but do the math. You're not going to be spending enough money to make it worth the annual fees if you're at that entry level point where I was. So, and there are many. I think I have 10 credit cards now, and the only one I pay an annual fee on is that original Capital One credit card, which I think my limit is at $1,300. Now I think they've raised it over the 8 years by $1,000. And yeah, I keep that credit card because I'm thankful for them getting me back into the credit game, by them allowing me to have that $300 credit card. So I do pay the annual fee on that card because I appreciate the service that they offered. But the rest of the cards, 0 annual fees. My Aeroplan credit card, 0 annual fees. And one more important lesson to know when it comes to using credit and credit cards is to never pay interest. Interest is the enemy. If you're using a rewards card and you're carrying a balance, they're making more off your interest than you're making more off their rewards. So you're not winning, they're winning. What I do essentially is I live off my credit card. Every single purchase I make throughout the day is on my Aeroplan credit card. And then every evening or every second evening, I go to my online banking and I pay the balance to zero. That way, like it's a nice peace of mind knowing you don't have any debt to start with, because it's pretty easy to let credit cards rack up. Like I have a lot of credit cards, but I don't carry any balance. I've never, and since I've restored my credit rating, well, since it was at 500 and I got that first Capital One card, I have not paid 1 penny of interest on any of my credit cards. I'm not paying 22, 23%. I refuse to do that. I will fly for free. I will take 2% cash backs. And then once you get a couple of cards, a lot of times they'll offer you, if you transfer one balance from one credit card to another balance, you can have 6 months, 12 months of 0% interest. So then once you get these opportunities, then, okay, hey, maybe you wanted to buy that new stereo for your car or something. That's when you do it. Then you go out and purchase it. Then you make the balance transfer to the second credit card. Then you got 0% interest for 12 months to pay off your purchase. And, just make sure you're going to have the income coming in, because again, at the end of that 12 months, they're going to sock it to you, but not if you're ahead of them and you pay it off. So yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to say this morning. I've spent the last 8 years rebuilding my life, rebuilding my confidence, rebuilding my joy. And I know if I can do it, you can do it too, because wherever you're at right now, if you're watching this and you feel this message is resonating with you, wherever you are at right now, I've been there. I have, trust me. And now I'm here. And yes, you can be here too. So, just 1% at a time, 1%. And have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again soon.